you have the work agreement that they signed?
We gave them permission to do the door-to-door, and, yes. And,
One problem is all the people involved in this make a little money off of it. And so there's no incentive really to hold it down other than the town board. I mean, we just can't go.
there's the agreement that was signed.
I guess doubling our rates is probably the easiest thing to do, and you can justify the thing, everybody else does it, and I don't know, I just, to scrap everything we've got out there and start all over again with.
Well, and we're not saying scrap everything you've got out there, but there's only so much you can do with a 40-year-old plane. So we're trying to reuse your digester would be one example. The tanks that are out there, we try to use those as a final clarifier. But, you know, in our opinion, you're just not gonna be able to double the capacity and
If you want
just
to review the
add on
contract,
to
you
it,
have to see.
for a minimal cost. It's just, I mean, I like to tell you you can do it for $2 million, but
I know what the contract
we're not in
is.
business of telling you what you necessarily wanna hear. I mean, we're
Well, our
trying to
job
be
is to get the most we can for a buck, you know?
No, I understand that.
And if the job is done right, and it's done by the best practices,
Out there.
I understand that, and, you know, we try to do the same thing as well, and we've been in business for 50 years, doing these similar projects, and we work for a lot of small communities, so, I mean, we don't wanna necessarily lead you down a path,
No, I
but
know that.
we also don't wanna, like I said, you do $1 million, $2 million project and not be happy with it, and not, you know, not come out and tell you what the downfalls
I mean,
of doing that would be.
I guess the first thing we gotta figure out is who are we under contract with?
We're in a contract with them to do.
so how much do we owe you?
FDR. Well, maximum of 5 on that, apparently. I don't know, nothing's been
Did
done.
we understand that we were committing ourselves to a $5,000 situation?
We were committing, I think, only to a maximum of 5, it would be, they'd be paid for whatever they did.
I wasn't aware of it at the time, I guess, I wasn't listening then. So we have an obligation to, and so the work for this $5,000 is what, in this preliminary?
Yeah, and all those cost estimates. Cost estimates take time to arrive at. It's not something we can just pull out of the air, so I mean, it takes a little bit of time to get numbers from manufacturers on equipment and check pricing and those types of things, so.
I mean, as far as contracts are concerned, I'm not an attorney. I guess I would say, look at your contract, see what's in there. If you're wanting to use Midwest, then figure out what the out clause is with the other firm. If you're wanting to use the other firm, figure out your out clause with Midwest. And,
Well, I don't
And
think
then-
we need an out clause with Midwest. You've done the work that was under this contract. I think we're obligated to the 5. That's it.
Okay,
I mean, do you have any opinion, I mean, is Midwest saying we have anything beyond that?
No, I mean, that's what the contract says. I mean,
It's a not to
we can't
exceed.
charge you anything more than that.
we should never sign a document we don't understand fully, and we don't have an attorney review it, find out what our total commitment is.
Well, I mean, okay, that's already happened, but I'm more interested in what we signed with Triad then, that
I mean, you signed this with Midwest in 2010?
2012 was stamped here.
2012, oh, okay.
Yeah, that one that we just passed over there,
In January.
The triad.
2000.
yeah.
So,
And how long are we in, I mean, what are we into that one to?
That was a $25,000 contract that should be rolled into the grant and the loan
Well,
process.
you can't roll that one into the grant because you've signed a contract with them, so you've already, those funds you're just gonna have to pay out. If you had gone through a procurement process with your engineer on it, then you could roll it into the grant.
Well, that's not what they stated.
Well,
I mean,
if you're only using SRF or only using RD, if you're wanting to use Okra funds with it, that's the case.
Cause I made it clear to them, when they was here, you know, they handle us out on the table. And I said, well, what if you think the engineering firm that gets this, you know? Well, we hope we are. I said, well, what if you're not? I don't want them to hang out here expecting they're automatically gonna get it, and he said, well, then so be it, we wouldn't have it. But he's acting like, I don't know if it's through Oak or what, that, the engineering would be bid out anyway.
Yeah, if you're
Well,
going through
but
Oak Ridge, you gotta go through a
And
bidding
you don't
process
necessarily
with a
bid
final.
out engineering, you do a quality-based selection, and you choose an engineering firm based on qualifications. And,
Amount, right?
do what? Oh, no, go ahead.
You
Is that
nego-
based on the amount you
No.
guys agree with? 'Cause that's
You
what-
negotiate
It can
an
be
amount once you
negotiated.
select,
Yeah, okay.
yes.
Yeah, but you select based on qualifications, and the idea there is, if you don't get a good engineering firm, you're only gonna be saving maybe a small percentage of the overall project, and it can cost you in the long run, a lot more than what you would save by going with the cheaper engineer. And kind of, I mean, we're the same way. I mean, we did that $5,000 fee, relatively inexpensive. We would continue to assist you through the funding process, whether you went through really RD and SRF. We don't have any contract that's gonna obligate you to anything.
You got paid for the PER too, in the February of
The
10, I'm
original,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, it was probably 20 or 25, wasn't it?
I don't think it was that much. I'd have to go back and look.
I mean, the 5 is just an update, it wasn't the whole PER.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
I
I'd have
know
to go
there was
back.
other funding under that.
I'd have to go back and look and see.
I don't remember what it was, but
Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my
I
head.
can imagine it wasn't free, I'm positive. And I doubt that was $5,000 to do the whole PER. I can't imagine.
Could have been. Sometimes we do that just to keep costs down up front, to the communities. I'd have to go back and double check, and I could get you that information on exactly what it was, and you can kind of distribute it.
Okay.
So we signed a deal with Triad to do the preliminary engineering?
Right, and with no upfront
No.
costs out, yeah, we
Huh? Yeah, she said we did.
Yeah, it's right in
It's
there.
in that folder.
It's the first agreement.
Like,
You did it in 2 agreements or 1 agreement?
one for the engineering,
One
one
for the income, one for the.
I totally forgot that
On
one.
the grant applications and the PER.
And like I said, we did not build that 5,000, so if you wanted to roll that into financing as well, providing, like Greg said, you can't do it with Okra, but if you're applying the other, you can do that as well, which was kind of one reason why I haven't really billed, because we haven't really gone to that point.
So from your chair, I mean, how would you recommend best way we finance this project, or what, who to go through?
That's a hard question to answer. You're in that $4 million, it depends on what size project you've got. You're in that $4 million range. It makes sense to go after the open funds because it would keep you, it would lower your rates, even though it would only lower maybe $3, $4. It would still lower them $3, $4 for each citizen per month. So that, I mean, I think if you're using Okra or if you're using if you're using USDA or SRF, I mean, it comes down to more philosophical choice for the town. Do you want to be 20 years? Do you want to be 40 years and have a lower rate? But I think with either one, you want to use Okra funds with it in order to make that work. Unless something catastrophic happens with your plant that you just got to push forward without the grant funds, then I think you pair Okra with one or the other. And I'm not saying that because that's the only one I stand to make money off of. I'm saying that because it's going to lower your rates $3 or $4.